Talk to us about beauty pageants.
Yes, well, you know, they say sex sells, so I'm promising you some bikinis on the Late Debate tonight. And I'm telling you now, I won't be wearing them, so you don't have to turn off the television. I'm talking about Miss England. They have decided, after 20 years, they're going to consider bringing back their bikini competition. The director of Miss England, a woman by the name of Angie Beasley, says, quote, "I won't let it go back to the cattle market days, but I also won't bow down to the woke brigade and go back to abolishing swimwear altogether because girls deserve the choice." It would be the first time since 2002 that Miss England would have had a bikini category. Now, of course, it comes on the back of decisions in recent years to get rid of scantily clad women from all other forms of public life. You think of grid girls, for instance. The F1s got rid of them. I know it happened at the Adelaide 500 as well. They said, no, we can't have the grid girls. It's sexist, it's terrible. These women are being told they're just sexual objects. Funnily enough, though, all these women who compete in Miss England or any other bikini competition, or a woman who is a grid girl, they're all doing it because they want to do it and because they are being paid to do it. And I distinctly remember when grid girls were banned in Adelaide, writing stories about it, talking to grid girls who were saying, "You've just done me out of a job." And the person who'd done them out of a job was a man, the sports minister at the time, Leon Bignell. They said, how sexist is that? A man has told me I can't go and make a living because I look good. You know, if they want to bring back the bikini round, good on them. Women aren't forced to participate in these things. Why shouldn't they be allowed to?
Allowed to? This entire... Don't even get me started. This entire idea, and if you read the whole article, what the word that gets worn out is empowering. Well, we'd hate to rob them of this opportunity to be empowered. It's empowering for them to take their clothes off, etc., and so on. Do me a favour. In today's currently society, where we see a scourge of eating disorders, body dysmorphia of all kinds, especially in young girls on Instagram, all the rest of it, who are told from a very young age, not to mention the porn-soaked culture that we live in, the stats on that, and the young age that people, both boys and girls, men and women, are exposed to that. That is affecting our young people coming up through the ranks. And to see them, like Grand Prix, other things like that, where people bring their families. It's not just for the men. Could understand if it was a boys' get-together and the ladies were like, hey, we're happy to wave some flags and wear short shorts, but it's not. And I would agree. I think it's a great thing that we are slowly removing this idea, especially from beauty pageants. Who came up with the idea that a woman's beauty depends on her nakedness?
But it's a beauty
your kid off.
It's all about looks. It's all about looks.
Is it?
What's
Is a woman's beauty all about her looks? Oh my goodness, you are just a case in point here. That is utterly perfect. This very idea that a woman's beauty is dependent solely on her physical looks. There's 20 rounds in the beauty pageant, and they've happily done it for 20 years without the swimsuit round. A woman can be drop dead gorgeous in a dress. In fact, lady, it was Coco Chanel who very famously said the most seductive thing in the world is not a woman undressed, it is a woman well dressed. And we need to bring that back into the culture.
No,
women used to be beautiful and elegant and feminine and never took their clothes off.
But like you said,
in fact, men understood and the world was a better place when men knew they had to work very hard to get to that point.
Like you said, there's 20 rounds and only one is the swimwear, and I do believe that it's optional, but I mean, it depends what you're assessing. If you're assessing a woman's intelligence, well, she wouldn't wear swimwear to a spelling bee. If you're assessing her character, she wouldn't wear, you know, a bikini to meet your mum. But if you're assessing her beauty, then you wouldn't put her in a Hessian sack or a burqa.
She might wear a swimsuit. A Hessian sack, but you can be beautiful with your clothes on. Yeah, and the fact that you two want to sit there and argue that this is essential to a beauty pageant because beauty equals being... That is exactly what you're saying. In fact, you just insisted, Caleb, that a woman's beauty has everything to do with her looks, period.
No, but
well, this is about looks.
It's all of
No,
course,
it's
beauty is
not
related to
nowadays. It's not at all. There's 19 other rounds. Do you not understand?
Even in a
concept
bikini,
here?
these ladies would have more clothing than most Hollywood celebrities when they walk the red carpet at a film festival or an awards ceremony.
Exactly. So I'm saying let's raise generations of young girls who know that they're far more beautiful with their clothes on. It was Edmund Burke who once wrote a very long time ago, days that I wish I'd been born in. The woman is not made for the admiration of all, but for the happiness of one. And that makes for very happy women as well.